Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, another video about VIPER. Honestly, this unit is actually nuts, okay? For me to show you what I'm going to show you, I need to just break something down for you, just so you understand it a little bit better, so that you know this isn't a bug or anything that's wrong with the game. But, this here, okay? So, you've got overload, and then, sorry, you've got charge, and then you've got overload, okay? If you look down here, you can see super combo expends charge, increased damage bonus by 25%. So whenever you use a unit that has got the effect, they will expend the charge. So think of that as the buff status, okay? When they are overloaded, okay, think of them as being in a debuffed state, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to show you now basically amounts to the ability that you have to just basically use this unit to infinitely get free super attacks. Yes, that's right, I'm not kidding, you can literally use this unit to infinitely super attack an enemy. So on this stage, I am not going to attempt to go for score, it's not what I'm doing here. I just want to show you, without any fancy footwork, how many super attacks we can get, simply because Elena is going to be coming in and she is going to be granting us cleanses of debuffs, okay? So let's run through this and I'll show you just now, right? So do this manually, I'll be looking down, just watch the screen, don't worry about me. I'm not doing anything that's suspicious or weird, I'm literally just doing these attacks the second they pop up. That's us got a free super granted. We go. Pop a second, another free super, no delay, you see that straight away, there was no penalty, nothing like that, straight away back into Vega, right, and we obviously died there, right, but that was just because of who I'm fighting. If I had a better stage to run, I would, but my guild Shadowlands is not yet available, so I'll show you some other variations. So this time I'll do it using 2 Vipers, right, same idea, we'll go in. So we wait, no delays, nothing like that. You obviously pay for the first super attack, that costs you. You can obviously see my gauge at the bottom. No cost super. Pop it again. Immediately into a no cost super, no delay. Immediately into another no cost super, not penalised for doing it. Again. So as you can see, the supers were popping off no problem at all there. Now obviously on that team I was dying a little bit sooner, so what we'll do is we'll bring Abel down here just to see if it grants us a little bit longer, so we can try and get as far as possible into the fight. Again, run through this, there's no fancy setup here, there's nothing magical going on. We go pop, pop, pop. Always finish on VIPER, pop again, pop, 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 immediately go with VIPER, no delay. Again, we could die here, so I'm going to pop this to make sure we don't. This time I used my magical EX skill to keep us alive, but as you can see here, we're just constantly going straight into the next super without any delay. Pop the super again, pop the shield, pop another super. Now all the damage is coming from the attacker. Obviously VIPER does put out some damage, but mine doesn't have cars and stuff like that yet, and as you can see we're still just sitting on max super gauge. So that was just like an example using like standard VIPER as an attacker, right? So you can obviously see there that we just went and we went and we went, we infinitely super attacked without stopping, right? So in this situation we're going to throw VIPER into the C3 slot, right? We're going to throw VIPER into the C3 slot, and passively I'm going to allow Poison to sit here. Now I'm not actually going to use Poison, okay? Poison's just going to sit here, because if you've got our Fighting Spirit 30, she will give you, or is it our cars, one or the other, she'll give you the buffs just by standing there, right? So we're going to be using Vega into Rose, because Rose will cleanse our debuffs, then we're going to go Vega, and then we're going to finish on VIPER, repeat, right? So let's see how we got on here. So as soon as it's ready, we're away with Vega, into Rose, into Vega, into her, back into Vega, into you, into you, into you, back into Vega, into you, into Vega, into Poison, not Poison, into Viper, into Vega, into Viper. You can see here we're not stopping, we're just going and going and going. Pop with you, pop with you, pop with you. We're away again. This is allowing a unit like Vega to get like an ungodly amount of super attacking in. It's also allowing us to build up Rose's stacks immediately, so you are getting yourself into the position where you're getting all that crit rate damage boosting from her, and you're still continuing to just do more and more super attacks, allowing you to really ramp up the damage, ramp up the amount of attacks you're doing. Now obviously if you're fighting a boss, a lot more strategy has to come into play, because you sometimes have to think about, okay, what's my timing like for this? When will I attack? You know, but at that point, we've lost Rose, so I don't really know what my score's like just now. It is... I don't think I want to bank this score just yet. In fact, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just bank the score. I'm wasting my turns here, right? But I'll do it anyway. So we'll just finish this off. We'll see what kind of score we got there. Because we did do a lot of attacks. And the score comes in at 10 billion, right? Now that's not an optimal team. My highest score on this is like 34 billion with Flame Aid on. But it just goes to show you, like, I was just endlessly super attacking, just non-stop super attacking there, absolutely going for it. We never stopped because Rose was there, she was cleansing our debuffs and everything was working absolutely fine. Again, this is not because of anything other than the fact that it's classed as a debuff and they're cleansing off the debuff. This actually means that she is probably going to be viable for PvP, okay? Because if we go in here one last time, you remember I showed you earlier, when you run, you'll do an attack, the CPU will then use its auto logic to switch to the next person, and then it'll just sit. If you watched the earlier video, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the same idea as what happens with Cami Vega EX. It switches who's doing the attack and it can completely screw you up. So for that reason I thought this might not be viable, okay? But because we know this now, if you have an Elena, if you have a Rose, then you can in fact set up a PvP team that would allow you to use this unit in PvP, and honestly probably function pretty well. So if we go back to this team just as an example, and I set what you can see at the bottom of the screen as my auto combo, and I hit fight, put the game onto full auto, ×4, start the combo, we get our free attacks on auto. The game is just going to continually attack. You can see the super attack combo meter at the bottom is not decreasing, it's not going down. This is how the team would function on PvP. I'm saving my last attack because I want to save my score. Meaning, if you can build your team having a strong a strong super in C2, because that's where a lot of your power is going to come from, then you can totally use her on a team and infinitely spam super attack combos, and all you need to do it is either A, Elena, B, D-Rose. Both of those units will work and they will function for you. Just so you don't think I was up to any trickery there, we'll just throw on him, we'll throw her onto the back line, we'll set our combo up as that. He's sitting there as a meat shield. We currently do not have Elena on this team. Here's our team attacking, that's our free super attack. He didn't get the free super attack that time. Right, keep going this time. Because of the 50% not kicking in, this one's not happening. Right, see what happens? It's better, honestly, you're probably safer doing it with Elena, because look, if we take this away, because Rose has got that 50% chance, half the time you could be stuck. So it is obviously much safer to do this. So your combo would literally run like this instead. Bang, 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 bang. And then this time, because with Elena, you're always going to get the cleanse. Because you're always going to get the cleanse, it means you're always going to get the free super attack. So you're always going to be safe, meaning it is technically safer to do it with Elena. You don't, strictly speaking, have to do it with Elena, because Rose can function and do it on her own, but with that 50% chance, if you don't get the cleanse that turn, you're screwed. So if you want to play it safe, just go with Summer Elena. She's definitely going to be the safest unit to do this with. And also, you don't need to have her built. You can just do her with the free copy that you got from playing the game back when she launched. So anyway guys, that's how you infinitely super attack using the new legendary unit in the game, Agency Viper. She's obviously, once we get the right builds to work round about her, so the ideal unit to use for the super and the C2, then you're cooking, you're absolutely cooking, right? You can do some absolutely bonkers builds using this. So that's basically it. That's how you get yourself infinitely free super attacks using Elena. You can do it with D-Rose or you can do it with Elena. Personal opinion, you're probably safer with Elena, but Rose is most definitely an option that you can use, RNG being the limiting factor on that one. So anyway, she's better than I thought she was. I thought she was good. I now think she's obviously pretty damn good. Judge it for yourself. I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, catch you in the next one. Peace.